let me make sure my audio, I didn't even check. There we go. Okay. Hello, you guys should be able to hear me loud and clear. I need to look at the right camera because I have screens around me. Um, good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. This is Mornings with Katie, which is a fun, rowdy 6 a.m. show that's really all about supporting you as a content creator, as someone who's out there in the world trying to do something that gets to do something. And um, it's really a show encouraging, motivating, giving you strategy tips and leadership to show up for your life. I really need to get like an actual mantra for this so that I'm like consistent. I noticed that we have someone watching, which is awesome. Normally, I do not have people watching live with me. Normally, everybody watches after, and then they send me texts and say, "Yeah, it was totally on there for your 6 a.m. show," and it makes me laugh a whole lot. I've gotten a lot of flack for doing a 6 a.m. Saturday morning show. Anyway, so happy that you're here. So stoked, so excited. And, I want to touch a little bit on energy. We're talking today about how to build a YouTube channel. And so much of that comes from playing, experimenting, and having competency. Um, but a lot of the time, our reasons for not wanting to do it, our reasons for saying, Katie, I've wanted to do it in the past, but I just can't because of this thing. Oftentimes it's time, it's resources, and that includes like money, energy. Like if you have a family, it's like I don't have the ability to do that thing. Confidence, all of these things show up in our life, and we say, this is the reason why we don't do what we do. And I want to use myself as an example because I think that like personal examples are so powerful because they connect us. They make us relatable to each other. So when I started my YouTube channel, honestly, if you had told me, Katie, you're running your own business, you're scaling your business, you are building like basically like you're building a coaching business, you're doing live shows, you're doing interview series, you're doing challenges, you're doing trainings, you're doing, like all this stuff. Like if you had told me when I had started, Katie, you're going to be doing all of this stuff, I would have said, no, that's crazy. I would have never done any of those things. I probably would have thought it was cool, but I've been like, no way, that's not for me. That's not me. More so because I would have been afraid of doing those things. But the reality is, we are basing our reasons not to do things on aspects of us that are variables. Let me explain this a little bit more. Let's talk about energy. I am I'm hosting a conference right now. We started Thursday, Friday, and then today is our last day. And normally I do not stay up late. I go to bed honestly, I go to bed like 8:45, 9 o'clock, which is, I know some of you are like, what? But the reality is like, that is what I try to do to make sure that my schedule is on top of it. And last night I stayed up and I didn't get into bed and really fall asleep until 10:45, which is very unusual for me. And, the old Katie would be like, oh my goodness, like this has just ruined my Saturday because then I'm probably going to be late for my show and I won't be able to like show up for you guys and I won't be able to get the sleep and then I'll be tired to my conference, like talking myself off the edge of the cliff before I even got there. Now it's like, no, like you get to show up, whatever. You get to have the energy, not only to run your conferences, not only to show up for your 6 a.m. show, not only to show up for your sibs and your fam and your people, like show up. Energy is a variable. It means that it changes. It means that it changes. Like it's not a set value. It's not something that constantly stays the same. You get more energy as you gain competency, as you gain confidence, as you have done things multiple times, as you have people around you that validate that say, this is so what you do, what you should do. Like as you build, as you scale, you gain more energy. And there's ways to misuse that and lose that energy. And there's ways to be smart about your body, your energy, like all of those things. Like there's ways to manipulate that. But the reality is we can't have more time. Time is like probably the only set value that we really like care about. Time is huge. So why not jump in? Why not jump in and do the things that you know you were meant to do now instead of telling yourself constantly you can't do it. You can't make it happen. You can't get it done. And that's really what we're focusing a lot in the conference that we're hosting right now, is like the fact that we've got to jump in now to take action, to take massive, imperfect, messy action. And so this comes into play hugely when we're talking about creating content, when we're talking about building a channel. What does that look like for you? You know what? It's going to look different for every single one of you watching who wants to build a channel. It's going to look so very different. In fact, some of you are going to post, like once a month. Some of you are going to post once a week. Some of you are going to post twice a week. That was my goal when I first started on YouTube, was twice a week. And then I started doing daily vlogging, like craziness. Every single one of you are going to have a different flow to your work, a different schedule, different commitments. But the reality is you cannot, do not be stuck to your limitations. Do not be identifying yourself with your limitations. When people come up to me and say, Katie, how do you do this thing with disabilities? Because for those of you who are new to this channel, I don't have hands. I've had a lot of deformity in my joints, and I've had to have surgeries, and a lot of I've had injuries, and it's not fun. And so people will come up to me and they'll say oh my goodness, you can do this thing even with disabilities, as if that's my limitation. And I always tell people, you see my disability, my physical disability, as my greatest limitation. But really, my greatest limitation is this. My greatest limitation is my mind. Because that's where the actual limitations show up. Like the things that we say we can't do because of this, we can't do because of this, that's where it comes from. It doesn't come from the physical, it comes from the mental. Are there things I can't do because I don't have hands? Sure. And really, the bigger reason there are things that I don't do is probably because I'm just not interested. A great story of this is my sibs, my two younger sibs, started playing tennis a couple of years ago, and they took it really seriously and had a coach, and it was really a lot of fun to see them grow and gain so much momentum with it. And I remember trying to play tennis when they had started, and I couldn't do it, and I tried, and I was like, whatever. And so I just didn't even try again. And now, as the weather's starting to get better, they're getting out there and playing tennis again, and I was like, oh my goodness, can I just try to hit the ball? And I really tried and was really motivated to do it. And now they let me play with them. They let me play. The reality is we can do amazing, amazing things. Do we have to be real with ourselves about our commitments, putting too much on our plate, our family, the other responsibilities we have? Of course. But you telling yourself that the reason why you can't do something, the reason why you can't build that channel, the reason why you can't build that business is because of, finances or time or commitments, you putting that on something else, that is going to that's a huge, huge loss for you. That's a huge loss for you. If I walked around the world and said, well, I can't do this, and I can't do this because of disabilities, and poor me. If I walked around playing the victim constantly and told myself that I couldn't do things, then I would not be benefiting or inspiring or being value at all to the world or to anyone, to my people, to my community, unless I am looking at my life and saying, how can I do something with this? How can I be of value? How can I be the very best human being that I can be? Unless I am looking at my life and saying those things, then there are areas of my life that are at a loss. There are areas of my life that are I'm missing out on. I'm missing out on. So we build all of these things as we grow, which is a huge, huge misconception of growing a YouTube channel. If you're if your objection to creating a channel is, I don't have enough time. Well, then like prioritize. How important is it to you to try? Then prioritize, like make it happen, communicate with your people. I've had a lot of videos on this channel talking about that same thing. And it's really exciting to see some of those things start to break through. I'm drinking water, by the way, not coffee. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling coffee this morning. It's water. It's a water morning. So just like energy is not a set value, energy is not a set value, just like that, we get to have competency and grow and build and scale and build something that is what we call evergreen. YouTube is evergreen, or more so, YouTube can be evergreen. And what this means is when you post a video on YouTube, guess what? It doesn't just die and go to like YouTube heaven. It sticks around on your channel and people will watch it. And as you grow and gain more people, guess what? They're going to want to go watch your videos. They're going to want to go binge watch your videos. And I know that may seem very scary to you right now. Like, who would want to watch my videos? The reality is you're going to grow and get better. And to start a YouTube channel, you just got to jump in and take action. We've had this amazing, amazing conference, Unlock the Creative Entrepreneur. This is our third round of it, and we've had absolutely amazing content creators, YouTubers on this show, and they've been sharing like really three main things. And I have them on a sticky note right here because I wanted to make sure that I remembered them during the conference. But really, they're talking about, you know what, collaboration, putting people in your life that you can like go on a journey with, having a journey with someone. Not only is that your team, but that's also your peers. That's people you get to formally and informally collaborate with. So collaboration, accumulation, that's that evergreen process. We get to constantly grow and gain skills. We get to have that competency that we like. Everything is always going to get better. If you're starting right now and you're saying, Katie, I want to start making videos on my channel because like I'm a gamer and I want to, I have a lot of you on here that followed me because of my laptop video and you may be a gamer. Hey, like I want people to see the fun that's in gaming. So I'm going to make gaming videos, but I'm not really good at like editing, or I'm not really good. Like those are the objections. But if you never try, if you never start, then of course you won't be good at editing. Of course you won't be good at creating those videos because you never tried. Let's let that sit for a minute. You never tried. So I want that to settle, and I want you to realize that all of us who create anything had to start first, and there's plenty of people in our lives that say, Katie, I don't think you should do that. Katie, that's dumb. Katie, are you just like another one of those YouTubers? And oftentimes those are the people that have not taken action in their life, and they're going around spending their energy, beating up other people and telling other people that they can't succeed because there's things in their life that they wanted to do and they wanted to succeed at. Don't let those people in. Just start, just play. It doesn't need to even be public. It can be 100% private, or you can just make videos for yourself, whatever. But there's an aspect of going through this journey and not knowing exactly who's going to be on it with you and just figuring it out. There's an aspect of jumping in that is so freeing and exciting. And so the nitty-gritty and tangibleness of creating, like how to create a YouTube channel, those pieces fall together. Those pieces you learn, those pieces you figure out. You jumping in is what gets to start. That's what gets to start. And I want to give you something to reward those of you who watch my channel and want to create something valuable, want to jump in to create something valuable. I am having a 5-day YouTube channel challenge, which is really all around content consistency. It's called the 5-day YouTube content consistency challenge. It's too early. We're going to be focusing on getting you started and creating content that's powerful. We are going to focus on getting you leveling up, like through the next 5 days. It starts on Monday. So starting Monday, then the 5 days during that week, we are going to be like 100% leveling you up. And that means if you started, we're leveling you up to you like just doing it consistently. If you haven't started, that means you get to start. If you've been doing this for a while and you've had like a creative rut, we're going to get you out of that rut. I know what that feels like. I've had the creative rut multiple times. This is going to be an amazing, amazing challenge. We have an awesome amount of people already in this challenge getting hyped from our conference. And I wanted to extend this to you because I know a lot of you watch my stuff, and a lot of you have said, Katie, like, when is the YouTube strategy challenge? Like, when is the YouTube strategy stuff coming back? This is where it's at. This channel is really focused around motivation for you to get you started and to create amazing things. That means that there are going to be aspects of what I teach that are like super exciting and really specific that may be somewhere else, that may be in a challenge, that may be in a course, that may be like something else in a different space. And that's why I extend it to you, because I want to make sure that you know it's there. So if you would like to be in that challenge, go in the description down below. I thought ahead this time. Go in the description down below and click that link that says, I don't remember exactly what it says, but it's talking about the 5-day YouTube content consistency challenge. Go click that link and go RSVP. All you have to do is put your name and your email and you are good to go. And we will make sure that you get access to your Facebook group, which is going to have all of the trainings and modules for each day. Anyway, it's going to be an amazing, amazing opportunity, and that's going to get you to the next level. If you're telling me, Katie, I can't start because I'm scared, this is the space for you, because there's a fear that falls away when you bring other people along for the journey and you commit to something with other people. Challenges are so much fun. I love doing challenges because they really test me. It doesn't matter what level I'm at. And guess what? I'm going to be doing this stuff with you. I have a super busy week. Like, challenge is not the only thing I have going on. I am committed to doing this with you. And so you guys are going to be seeing more content on here. The reason being, like, I get to jump in. I've been taking kind of a break for the last 3 months and just doing my lives on Saturday morning. That is going to end. Katie's coming back. Katie's going to be creating a lot of consistent content on a regular basis. Katie's going to be giving you a ton of value and pouring into you. And the exciting part about that is it opens up more doors and it gives more value to the world. It gets your message out there, something that you feel passionate, that needs to be heard. And you all get to do the very same thing. You all get to do the very same thing. So I'm super excited for you. Join this challenge. This is really the step that you get to take massive action. This is for people who haven't started yet or are on the fence. This is for people who have already started but really just can't get into the like the vibe of like creating content. And this is for people who are like, I'm in a rut right now. I'm in a creative rut, Katie, and I just need some support and some accountability and some momentum to get moving forward. That was a lot. So I am going to let you go a little early. I want this to be short, succinct, like as simple and efficient as it needs to be. And I'm going to give you that extra time to go sign up in the description down below for that 5-day YouTube content consistency challenge. It's going to be incredible. Want you to join, would love to put you in there and get you making amazing content. So if you sign up, totally comment down below and tell me that you signed up. Also, like, I would love to hear from you guys. There are a couple of you that like totally, like end up in my email inbox, which is so special to me. And I love that. It's really, really exciting. And so like keep on doing that. My email is down below and it's katiestowmedia@gmail.com. And so I check that pretty regularly. And so I will definitely get back to you if you email me. Love you all so very much. Today is a little bit shorter because I want you to go have the time to take massive action. Use this to propel you forward into taking massive action. Love you all. Have an awesome Saturday. Get stuff done. I will see you. Well, I probably will see you before Saturday. Just a thought.